Hi everyone, welcome to week 2. If I'm squinting at the screen, it's because I'm recording up at Harrison, and it's a little bit of a different setup for me. This week, first I will apologize for saying all the time. I realize when I watch these videos over that I do it not cool, but I do it. Anyway, so we're starting week 2. This is week 2, but I want to review some things about using the forums. So let's click on this introductory forum for the W01 group and see. So far there's 133 posts. I know that there'll be more in the end because you have until Saturday to make sure you get your 7 posts in to get full credit. I just promised I'd stop saying that and I said it again. I apologize. When we look at it, this is me stressing some different things. When we look at it, I have asked you to change your subject heading. When you hit reply, I want you to put in a new subject heading so it's easy to see the new ones. If they all say re-Sally's prompt, re-Sally's prompt, re-Sally's prompt, it's really hard to tell them apart. Yes, I can look for this little printing stuff over here, but it's a lot easier if you just change the subject heading. So when you hit reply, there's a spot that says subject up there. I can show you again. Reply. See this subject up here? Change this so it doesn't say re-Sally's prompt. Try to make it something more original if you can. Please, please, please try to remember that. Next up, how you see these depends on what you choose. Up here, it tells you that you can choose some different formats on how to see this. I strongly suggest this threaded form. This one works best for me because what happens is, like, you see my original post, Courtney replied to me, I replied to her, she replied to me, I replied to her. So they're all together so I can see how they link to one another. Then Ashley replied to me and I replied to her. Christy replied to me, I replied to her, she replied to me, and so on. You can see them so much better. Change your subject line and play with the different ways you can show them. Try the threaded one if you haven't before. If it doesn't work for you and you like something else, cool, but at least you'll have tried it. So that's just my advice. I did it again. Another thing I'd ask that you do, for the first couple forums, I'm going to reply to everybody. At least that's my goal. Say for the introductory forum, forum 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to try to reply to everybody. And one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to model how you might reply. It's important that when you reply to people, you give them something to respond to, because their job is to respond to you. So if you just say, good job, what are they supposed to say? Thank you. Yeah, they can't do anything deep. They can't show me their critical thinking. They can't get full credit that way. So give them a question. Ask them something. Comment on something. Argue with them about something so they can come back and argue back. It's okay to argue. Be polite. Don't do personal insults. But you can say, hey, I don't see what you're talking about there. As a matter of fact, I see this. I just did that in my response to somebody. But anyway, here's the deal. There's another reason. I'm going to do it for the first 3, probably. Might even be, it depends. I'm going to do it for the first 3. But after that, I might stop. And one of the reasons I stop is, look, this is lovely. Amanda and I had a thing going back and forth. That was great. Here's Taylor. Let's see, Taylor responded, and if I responded to Taylor, it's really, see how hard it is to see these? And I have them all big, so it makes it even harder. So I try to respond to everybody. This is Taylor's, and it's re my prompt, and so I have to try to look for my name after it. Oh, I don't see my name after it yet. Wait a second. It's so hard. Because normally, see how there's one from Sally Butler here, there's one from Sally Butler here. I don't know if I've replied to Taylor's. because they all like swim together. I want to respond to you, and hopefully you'll respond back to me. I will respond to you. As you see, this one person hasn't responded back to me yet. I will respond to you. Olivia responded to me. I'll respond to you. Courtney and I had some back and forth. Ashley has hers there. Oh, I don't see one for me yet. So see, there's some places I can respond yet. But one of the reasons that I don't, after a while, I don't respond to everybody is frequently people don't respond back to me. So I feel like, look at this one, I titled it Yoda. So you might want to check that out, Leanne. It feels useless if I reply and nobody responds back to me. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I really try to take time and thought in my responses to people. And so if I respond to you, I would personally appreciate a response back. Maybe I'm crazy about that. I don't know, but I would love a response back. And then we can keep a conversation going. So I will, again, on the introduction forums, I want to respond to everybody. Then on number 1, 2, and probably 3, I'm going to try to respond to everybody. Then after that, I will only respond if they really stand out. Like, I'll read everybody's, and I'll respond to about 4, because I'm counting on you to respond to each other. You are then responsible to push people, to ask them deep probing questions, to get them thinking. I'm like the, I'm teaching my granddaughter to ride her bike. I'm like the training wheels for the first few. I'm giving you examples of how they could be, and I'm making sure you have something to reply to if nobody else, responded to you. So I'm your training wheels at first, but then the training wheels come off, and I fade out more and more and more. I'm counting on you to help each other. All right. So that's the thing about. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my big screen as opposed to the little screen. That's my thing about forums. Make sure that you get all 7 posts in. Try to respond to the people that respond to you. Change those subject headings. Ask questions. This is really important because in week 2, you have 3 serious forums to do and a writing assignment. I asked you to work ahead. I asked you to work ahead. I asked you to work ahead in all of your videos and in lots of my responses to you on your introduction forum. But like if we look here, forum 2 class, nobody has worked ahead. So I asked. That's all I can do. I gave you a suggestion for a real reason because this is a heavy load. First week was a light load. Week 2, it's like a wake-up call. So I was trying to help you do some of it ahead of time. Anyway, here we have 3 forums. Class, simple, short, quick. She's in the book, the required book. If you don't have the book, email me immediately and I can send you class now before it's due. Ditto, hooks is in the book. If you don't have the book, I can send you this as PDF. But get a hold of me right away and then please do get the book. Delpit is up here. I'd suggest your printer. Simple, easy read, but because it's so simple and short and easy, some people they skim it more than they read. Hooks is a little more challenging, and you might look up a word or two. And she's challenging intellectually too. I have a couple things there. Delpit is a longer read. She starts it out very academically. She says, this guy named G, and she builds his credibility, introduces him. Great guy. Has lots of fine things to say, and I agree mostly with what he has to say. Of course, this is what she says. Except for, and she points out what she doesn't like. That's normal academic standing. She's problematizing his argument, and she's using that problematizing to make her whole essay. Now, I have some, I love some things about Delpit. I wouldn't include her if I didn't, but I have some problems with her too. I'm critical of some of her things, so I don't want to tell you what I'm critical of before you start reading it and write it for yourself, but I certainly will if I'm responding to that. You need to read all of these people in order to do synthesis paragraphs. We're going to do these 4 times. These are key. We're going to write synthesis papers. So these synthesis paragraphs are practice. In order to write these paragraphs, I need you to look and use and study these resources, especially this colorful explanation of the stereotypical synthesis paragraph, where it color codes everything that's supposed to be in this paragraph. I want you to try it. You start with your idea. This is going to be an idea about language. Learning a new language causes misunderstandings. That could be a topic. Learning new languages can cause a person to feel insecure. Learning new languages can make a person feel left out. Whatever your point is that you want to make, you're going to set that up at the beginning of the paragraph. Then you're going to introduce a source. You're going to build their credibility with their credentials. That's in the book, or you can Google them. You're going to explain what they write about and how that's related to whatever your point is. Signal phrase quote, explain the quote, transition to a second source in the same paragraph, set them up, quote them, explain the quote, and then this is the thing that makes it a synthesis paragraph. You have to have 3 to 8 sentences explaining how the two sources work together. How do they relate together to help make your point? And then you go back. These are long paragraphs. I'm not lying. They're probably a page. There might be a page and a half. They're long paragraphs. But I need you to practice this skill. They're going to seem weird at first, because the first time you do something, it feels awkward and crazy. But you need to practice this. So the synthesis paragraphs are due Sunday, 5/27 by 11 p.m., but you can send them to me Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday ahead of time. Don't put them here. Send them to me in email, and I can give you feedback. So you get a better grade, and you learn more. Hey, I think that's a great plan. So this week, lots of stuff to do. And it's our first shot at doing synthesis paragraphs, and the class is about problematizing and synthesizing. So, end of week 2, you have already started working on the main important things for the whole semester. You're going to get them wrong at first. It's true. You're not going to be perfect right away. But we're going to keep practicing and practicing and practicing so you can get better at it. The key is, please don't wait to the last minute. Please make sure you see these deadlines. You can do step 1s now. It's Friday. You can do them Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the week before. You can get them done, this part done, whenever you want. Try to get this done by Tuesday. I know it says it's due Sunday. That doesn't mean you have to wait to the last minute. Get it done Tuesday and get feedback from me. Especially, there's several of you students who have tried this class before and it didn't work for you. Let's try something different this time. Let's get it done early. Get feedback and help to make sure it works for you. Okay, I want to help. I don't know how to preach better or more usefully than that. Read all the resources. Get your assignments done on time. Use me. That's my suggestion. All right. Talk to you again soon, I hope. Bye.